Yeah, Solid Dog here. We're talking with Zevon Hiltz about his new album, Crossing the River.
My eyes are at the end of the crossroads, distinct from far and wide. Devil, she's seducting in a mask of desire. I'm supposed to read your mind. I ain't tamed like a circus tiger, whipped and bound for your pleasure.
All right, here we are outside the Prince of Wales Hotel in St Kilda. Talking with Zevon Hiltz on the Solid Dog Blues and Roots. Welcome to the show, Zev.
Glad to be here.
Great. Now, tell us about, you got a new album coming out and a release coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, we've got, it's titled Crossing the River. It's 10 tracks of pretty fat blues, soul, rock and roll mix. And yeah, it's out now. You can buy it at Northside Records or Gravel Records, or you can jump on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff, or just go to the website, werewolvesofmelbourne.com, and send us a message and we'll send you out a copy.
Great. Tell us about the album. How long in the making is this one?
It has been a while. It's probably, I think, for 2.5 years.
Wow.
So we recorded at the beginning of 2016, and then after, there was a few little, I went overseas for a couple of months. I had knee surgery, so things, on the back burner, and we changed drummers, and then we finally got in there, and then between all the overdubs, and then when I was happy and with all the bits and pieces and all the vocals, and finally it's over to it was January 2016, so January, February, March, April, so 2 years and 4 months.
And what's the album called?
Crossing the River.
And what's the background of that?
Well, I guess being Werewolves of Melbourne, it's, you cross the river, it's going north side, south side. It is a bit of a thing in Melbourne, you know. And everyone, if you ever go, if you ever say to a Melbourneite from either the northern, Fitzroyalty or Collie Wobbles or St Kilda and Paranway, they go, do you ever cross the river? Yeah. People know what you're talking about. So it was fitting that a lot of the guys in the band live north side, and a couple of us live south side. So I live predominantly, south side. So I was always crossing the river to go to rehearsals and gigs at the Labour in Vane and the Jam and Woody's Bar, and so just seemed fitting that, and I guess it has a bit of a blues connotation to it as well,
My eyes are at the end of the crossroads, distinct from far and wide. Devil, she's seducting in a mask of desire.
With the Mississippi River and just tying it all in somewhere.
So you write all the songs on this one, or are you doing any covers, or what?
No covers. We recorded 15 originals, but 5 didn't make the cut. So 10 originals, no covers. But we'll do a couple of covers on the launch night on the 28th of April.
Yeah.
Probably Stevie Ray Vaughan track, and I think we're going to do a little help from my friends, Joe Cocker, and we've got the Mummers supporting, and also Bill Barber, and they're going to get up with us and do a big band.
Great.
Have a little help from my friend, what you need? So it's going to be a pretty wild night. I'm really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Who's in the band this time around?
Well, it's funny you say that. We had a change of drummer just recently at the 11th hour, which is really unfortunate. Steve Allingham was the drummer, and Darcy Wright has picked up the drums now, and also Sam Cope on keys and vocals, and Yuri Pavlinov on bass.
Great. And all you're the main songwriter now, or you're the band writing as well?
Yeah, pretty much write majority of the songs. I've been working with a producer, Ryan Ritchie, from the Ra Project, and he used to have a band called True Live. He still dibble dabbles in it a bit, but not really. And he's been helping me with writing and just lyrical based stuff, and making it sort of and he's really great at orchestral. He's got a thing called the Ra Project, which is like a hip hop band with a 20-piece orchestral.
Wow.
So he really knows his music really, really well. So he's been helping me, and he really digs what the band's about, and he gets where we're coming from, and we have a great connection with writing. So I write the songs, and then I take them to him, and we put them on a board and write out all the lyrics, and then and then he comes into the rehearsal room and goes through the bands and bits and pieces. But there's only a couple of tracks that he worked on this album, but the next album I think we're going to get him in and work on the whole thing.
It's cold and burning through your eyes. Oh, no, the whiskey all night.
Yeah. We're talking with Zevon Hiltz from the Werewolves of Melbourne about his new album release, Crossing the River.
Coming round the bend. Black cat is watching. Don't sway off the road. Make it to the juke joint. Then you know it's gonna be dim lights, velvet, whiskey all night.
Right. And where are you going to take it, Zev? You're going to take it touring around the country?
Yeah, we'd like to. We're just in the process of getting the tour happening, and we just didn't have an exact date when it was going to be released, so we thought we'll sort of wait for that to kind of happen before we started booking. So now May, June is kind of our tour time, and we're going to go do the bridge up in Castlemaine and Canberra, Sydney, Maitland, maybe a gig in Byron, and then across to South Australia. South Australia might be sort of September, October now. We're going to sort of spread it out a little bit and take our time, because it's expensive to tour. It's everybody has to be on the same page, and our keyboard player Sam and his lovely wife are having a baby in July, so they're going to need a couple of months of June, July, or July, August to sort of do the thing. So we're going to push it as much as we can all the way up until then, and then I guess a bit of off season I'll probably just pack the bags up and go surfing somewhere for a couple of months and then come back in August. I think we've got a blues train late August and down at Queenscliff, and then September, October, and actually we've got a whole album worth of material that's ready to go. So we're ready to start a new album, but this one's just come out, so
excellent,
everything in time.
So if people want to buy it online, where do they get it from?
You can go to Spotify or iTunes and just type in Crossing the River, Werewolves of Melbourne, and or you can go down to Gravel Records in Paran, or you can go to Northside Records in Fitzroy. The vinyl is available there, only the vinyl. So we made vinyl. So there's a little bit of wax that we got pressed down at Zenith Records in Brunswick. Or a CD at the launch next week, or a t-shirt or any merch. Just jump on the website werewolvesofmelbourne.com, and there are ticket links to the launch, and also if you want any kind of merch or any CDs or anything, the best thing is do it digitally if you don't want a hard copy, and if you want a hard copy, send us a message and we'll get them out to you.
Excellent. Well, thanks for talking with us, Zev. We really wish you well with this. It's been a couple of years coming, and everybody's been waiting to hear the new Werewolves of Melbourne album, so wish you well with the launch and touring the album around.
Thanks heaps, guys. Cheers, Salty, and keep howling.
Yeah.
Ow!
Some feeling cold on my shoulder. Would I give one more time just to hold your right? Some feeling cold on my shoulder.
Talking with Werewolves of Melbourne. Yeah, Zevon Hiltz. And you want to get along to that city launch April 28th in Melbourne, the Catfish in Fitzroy. Should be a great thing. Get along, tell them the dog sent you.